Insufficient direct evidence, that is witness testimony. Our case, insofar as it relates to the Deputy President, relies largely on circumstantial evidence. And so he's mentioned in lots and lots of correspondence, so he relies on faxes, letters, and that is correspondence, and he's mentioned in those. But it is difficult to impute that knowledge to him. That is so far as it relates to him. Letters are written about him, but not by him.
Not many would have anticipated that these words would lead to 18 years of tension in the ANC. Then National Director of Public Prosecution, Bulelani Ngcuka, gave a briefing on investigations into allegations of fraud and corruption, also implicating then ANC Deputy President Jacob Zuma. His financial advisor, Shabir Sheikh, was later convicted and sentenced to 15 years. Many argued at the time that Zuma should have appeared alongside his advisor. Then President Thabo Mbeki relieved Zuma of his duties as the country's deputy president. Mbeki argued that the evidence emanating from Sheikh's case tarnished the image of the office of the president, compelling him, as head of state, to act in line with the constitution.
In the interest of the Honorable Deputy President, the government, our young democratic system and our country, it would be best to release Honorable Jacob Zuma from his responsibilities as Deputy President of the Republic and member of the Cabinet.
I accept and respect his pronouncement. I believe he has taken this decision not because he believes I'm guilty of any crime, but because of considerations relating to the constraints within which government operates.
But the then ANC Top Six and NWC agreed that Zuma could continue as deputy president of the party as he was elected by conference. Zuma then volunteered to step aside, but at the 2005 ANC NGC, a resolution that he must stay on as the party's deputy president. As pressure mounted for Zuma to face charges, he garnered support from aggrieved ANC members in provinces. Alliance partners COSATU, the SACP and SANCO, as well as the ANC leagues, also threw their weight behind Zuma.
We are not going to surrender, we are not going to succumb. Wherever Comrade Jacob Zuma goes, we'll be there. Yeah!
Who do believe that he will never receive a fair trial?
Yes, sir.
This paved the way for his election as the president of the ANC in Polokwane in 2007.
The number of votes received by Comrade Jacob Zuma, 2,329.
After charges were dropped, it was clear that Zuma was going to be Mbeki's successor. But it was not long before the DA demanded that the spy tapes be made public, as they had been used by the then Public Prosecution Director Mokotedi Mshe to finally drop the charges. After the tapes were released, the charges were reinstated. It is these charges that would see Zuma in the dock, and the case is only part of his legal woes. The former president has defied a constitutional court ruling that he appear before the State Capture Commission. The commission recommended to the Apex Court that Zuma be imprisoned for contempt of court. But first, he will be back in the dock in the Pietermaritzburg High Court. It's unclear if his supporters will come out in their numbers amid Level 3 lockdown regulations. Natasha Phiri, SABC News, Johannesburg.